Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Private Universe. We have the second episode of the Margarita Hour, where we talk about sport. I had two special guests, Sebastian and Camilo. We also had other members of family and friends, such as Dario, Carolina, Sergio, Damian, all running around. It was Lucia's birthday, and we thought, let's talk a bit about sport and other things. Enjoy. So this is a podcast, Dario. It's called a podcast.
Podcast?
Yeah.
What is it for?
Podcast.
It's like
What
a
is
radio.
the intention of this?
It's like a radio station.
What you expect of us to say today in the night?
Anything you want. That's the beauty of it.
It sounds like Antonio Banderas.
And then we get to listen to ourselves. It's
To
brilliant.
torture other people, really, isn't it?
I think it's for ego mostly.
Yeah.
I just want to.
100% to ego.
I'm just here because I want to hear myself
It's
on
the-
Spotify. Like,
Let's get Camilo starting with sport. So what happened, Camilo? What happened?
during the week.
Give us a summary.
what about the Champions League on Wednesday, Sebastian? Eh?
Yeah, top games.
What happened?
Well, what do you reckon's their pick of the week? I think Real Madrid's performance was dreadful.
Yeah, last Sunday, they lost their third straight. I think they got knocked out of their third cup on
And then-
Sunday.
And then on Wednesday was a 4-1
And then
defeat.
Wednesday.
Yeah, 4-1 defeat, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't Wednesday.
Last week's one?
That was last week. That was last Wednesday. Yeah, this Wednesday was
Lost track
Juventus.
already.
No, last Sunday they lost to Barcelona again.
Oh yeah, they lost. Was it?
They
three
locked out
times
the
in about
Copa,
10
the
days.
Champions League, and the La Liga in
Yeah.
3 days. And then Ronaldo scored a hat trick for Juventus to send him through from 2-0 down.
Yeah, he's a dog in the area. Incredible. You need him in the biggest moments.
There's a topic.
He
What
always
about
shows up.
the GOAT conversation?
What's dog?
Who's the GOAT? What do you reckon, Messi or Ronaldo?
Huh? Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
Messi is Messi.
You think you
He's
say
too
Ronaldo's
Messi.
better?
Messi is Messi. Rolando is better.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, okay. Messi's Messi.
What do you think, Carlos? I think the debate always happens, but everyone forgets that the greatest is Maradona. I think.
Nah,
Different times. You know?
Different times, different
No one used to kick like they kicked Maradona, and he still got up and dominated games.
different ways.
Yeah, true, but the defenses are much more professional these days, and Messi and Ronaldo can still score when others can't. You know, I mean, it's hard to know. It's like saying Ali or Tyson. You know, what I mean, it's different times, different types of players.
Yeah.
But now I think, look, if I were a coach and I could pick 11 players, like both of those guys have to be in my team. But if I only could pick one,
who do you go?
I'd probably pick Ronaldo because he's more complete. He's good in the air. You know, he can lead, and he can score from anywhere too, from outside the goal area. And Messi's just tricky, and he's a wonderful player. But yeah, I don't know. I think Ronaldo is just so
I
strong.
think their differences are
Yeah.
Ronaldo needs a team playing for him, whereas Messi makes the whole team play.
And Messi creates goals too. Ronaldo scores goals. Whereas Messi he creates as well. He's different positions now.
Yeah.
Before they were a lot more similar, but they were both the attacking sort of winger coming in.
Yeah,
and now Ronaldo's gone up. He's pretty much a centre forward.
Different
And
situ-
Messi's actually dropped back into
Different
that.
situations. If I was to pick a player to win me a final clutch, it'd be
I choose Ronaldo. If you're talking final big game moments, who do you choose? You choose Ronaldo because he brings it home.
Yeah.
Who do you guarantee?
If you look at Messi's record
yeah.
of Argentina, he hasn't won a final yet. So
that last ball in the air, 89th minute, who do you turn to? Ronaldo to score it. You don't really look at Messi. You can, but he's done it.
Well, I
Ronaldo's
think
done it.
mentally speaking, Ronaldo's stronger because he believes in himself so much. You know?
Yeah.
He believes in himself more than anyone does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty. Messi's a wonderful person.
yeah, Ronaldo.
I mean,
believes
remember
in-
when we had him over for the barbecue? I mean, he's a nice. He bought 2 bottles of Malbec and that.
Ronaldo's training is so intense that he
had one.
He even bought himself an read into it. He bought himself an anti-gravity machine from NASA. He trains at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it helps him no impact on his knees.
Oh yeah,
trains
yeah.
hard,
They
anti-gravity.
run and jog and there's no weight on their joints. It's crazy.
I can understand.
And he's already training his son. They're saying he's a genius already at his age.
Does he have a son?
A Ronaldo son.
They kept it dark for years. They didn't release it. Who the mum was, but
Surrogate.
As it's come, no.
Is it
Ronaldinho?
He knocked up some chick in England and paid her off to not.
Michael Jackson style.
Yeah. He paid her off to not release.
Kids, not kids.
Outright. Yeah, outright. It didn't come out for years. It was real kept dark, and now that the kid's older and he's playing soccer good and stuff. But not many people know this, but Ronaldo recently used a surrogate mother to have more kids, and he had 2 twin boys.
Yeah, but they weren't the twins with his
boys.
new partner.
Wow.
'Cause he's got actual sons there with the Spanish.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have any.
It's too complicated. Why don't you just have kids?
Who?
All the girls Ronaldo can get, and he's getting surrogates.
Yeah, but he's probably smart. He pays them and doesn't want a mum. He doesn't want to have to pay them child support for 20 years. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, child support. Brilliant.
That's what I mean. He would pay them. He's pretty much carrying the mother's a vessel for the pregnancy. He pays them a couple mil. And you know what it was? He got it was for genetic breeding. He got a female basketballer for the height and it was a famous athlete for the surrogate mother for his twin boys.
Oh, really? What, that Chinese one?
I don't know, but you can tell what he was trying to. That's true. Did you know he's kept dark? Yeah, he's got. And I reckon it's done on purpose for boys too, because coincidentally gets twin boys. They probably knew how to. I mean, he's got 2.
Yeah, you got to hold your left testicle apparently.
Yeah.
He was going for the air. He was going for the superior Aryan race.
Yeah.
How's he going with the football?
He's a footballer?
yeah.
Really? No, but Messi.
CR7.
Is it still CR7?
Yeah, he's got all that other
Has he
stuff.
still got the 7 in Juventus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he asks whatever he wants and they give it to him.
Yeah, Nike would have to be part of the contract. You can't change every boot in. Well, he's the number one. I saw on the Forbes thing today. He's the number one athlete. He's got the most Instagram followers in the world now, over Kylie Jenner. And in terms of endorsements and money and social media, they added everything up. He's well clear of the number one.
Well, he's so
athlete.
marketable, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, even in money, he makes the most. More than Lewis Hamilton, the Formula 1 driver.
I don't know about money. This was more like power.
Yeah.
Like presence, like fame. Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, he's a marketing agency's wet dream, really.
Yeah, but even still, he'd be close. Like, who's going to top him? Money. Because he's got his undies, he's got his cologne now, he's got his hand, you know what I mean?
he signs for anything. He's even doing the castor oil commercials.
Yeah.
Really?
Makes money everywhere.
A la John Laws.
Yeah, I saw the commercial. It's terrible. He shows up and he goes, I like drive in hot places, cold places, and then he just drives off and they're paying for that. It's just awful.
Imagine how much he would have got paid too. That would be
Do
awesome.
you think he does like driving hot places? Or was that just a scripted, do you think?
Like it's so scripted. He talks like
Short-
like
that sounds like the Terminator.
Schwarzenegger.
The deal was he rocks up, but I say what I want, and they go, "You got one take," and he pulled up. I like driving hot places and drove off, and they were like, "I told you we should have scripted it." now we have to use it. We don't have much time. I like driving hot places. All right, 5 mil. See ya.
So they just lost all the coal country market. Damn. You see the people in Scandinavia going, Norway, Norway. I get that now.
No way. Okay, right.
That finished them off, yeah. But I suppose, anyway, I mean, I'm sure he'll do all right.
Yeah, he's not struggling. He's not making podcasts.
But he scored a hat trick, I heard.
He's not making podcasts in his attic.
He can make a podcast. Yeah, see, he doesn't have everything. Hey, what about this hat trick? He scored a hat trick, did he?
Yeah, the thing is, he scored a hat trick 2-0 down on aggregate against one of the strongest defenses in Europe too, against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Against Godin and Jose Jimenez at the back too.
2-0 down.
The first goal, the way he beats a defender and the second goal, he jumped in between Godin and Jimenez and popped up. Incredible.
Strong in the air, top ball, and muscle in front of the defender. It was good goals. And the last one, penalty in the 86th. Who else would you want to take it?
A bit of a soft
2-2 in aggregate, 86-minute Champions League.
Wow.
And then it was a big drama. It was like the Atletico players were trying to do the step on the, they boot the penalty spot, and there was like a wall of Juventus players protecting Ronaldo, like shutting him off. So he can just focus on the pen. He was just standing there calm, and Dybala, everyone there, not letting anyone near him because they're trying to get in his head, and he's just calm, and they're all like a wall, and they were trying to delay it, put pressure on him, but he just easy.
Yeah, and that finished
Did
too.
he hit it hard?
Yeah, it's
Hard bottom left.
The
like,
perfect penalty, just
boom. And he
low
lost,
left post driven. They're just
in
genius.
Juventus.
Wow.
And they treat him better, the fans. You see already, like when he does the celebration.
Yeah,
at
when
the
he
same
did
time,
it.
they all go, "See," the whole crowd,
The whole
It's
stadium
awesome.
did it with him.
They love him.
Yeah.
And then he taunted Simeone after the game
Yeah.
too, because Simeone did like a sexual thing, like a thrusting. Like they gave it, like they screwed Juventus over after the first game, and Ronaldo after the game started like doing the screwing thing to the crowd. As
Like
well.
you thrust like this.
Like thrusting
in
is
the
like-
first leg, Simeone's doing this to the crowd, and after the game, Ronaldo just gave it to him. He's sitting there going, "Duh."
You probably cop a fine for it, but what does he care? You know,
Oh, who cares? That's if you're gonna do it one time, then you got to give it back.
he just gets that from his pocket change. 15,000, no worries.
But hasn't he? He's just paid his whole transfer fee. Done. There's no argument whether he was worth it now, whether this. Do you know what I mean? That comeback. It wouldn't have happened without him. No
No,
way.
of course not. No.
And he called it the day before, which he probably calls every game a hat trick. But he did. He said it. I'm going to score a hat trick tomorrow, and we're going to win 3. We're going to get him come through 3-0.
You got to be confident to do that.
But yeah, I dislike football a lot.
Isn't this meant to be a sporting podcast? What do you like?
What about some local Australian sport?
Rugby league kicked off.
Yeah,
No,
but nothing much to say yet, eh?
no,
It's good to see the Knights get a
nothing
good
interesting.
kicking off the
Roosters
season
got
well
done.
against the Sharks. The Knights
Yeah,
have a good
nice. Yeah,
team
they've probably got a
this
good
season.
team this year.
Yeah. I reckon the Broncos are gonna. I mean, sorry, the Rabbitohs this year with the new coach and.
Too many psychopaths.
It looks like the Storm. I reckon the Storm's going to be there again.
Well, the
every
Storm
year
and
they lose
Roosters
a
are going
player.
to peak later, like as always. You know what I mean? They're going to. I mean, especially the Roosters. They've got the team still.
So I was watching the game, and didn't Cameron Smith retire? I saw him on the pitch again.
No,
Nah.
he's still there.
Or was he?
Slater
Oh,
retired.
Slater, wrong player. And who knows? NRL, every year, the teams change so much. Plus, it's just a one mistake can change the whole game around, so you never know. That's why you don't get the same teams in the final every year. Such an unknown sport. Plus, soon you probably have someone caught pissing in his mouth or
That's you'd take that these days.
or having his own.
As long as it's their own mouth,
Or having-
they'd probably be happy. They'd probably be
Yeah,
what's the other bloke?
that'd be a dream run for an NRL
yeah,
player.
yeah, it's hard to
Wow.
the way it's going now.
What's
What
the
about
one?
the other? What about Dylan Naffer? Wasn't he the one that his mate recorded him having sex?
Yeah, no, he recorded himself, and then there was another one. He was on a. You can see he was on a bend.
It's like they're all
His mate. Did you see his videos?
It's like they're all brainless. Every single year
well,
is
they are.
ridiculous.
His mate's shadow. You should see this video. His mate's shadow boxing. All you see is one of the footy players shadow boxing. And it's true, and it cuts to the other corner, and Dylan Upper's sitting on the bed naked, just doing, pulling himself, watching it.
He recorded it, he put it online. What kind of mate is that?
What are the footy player? And it cuts back to the shadow boxing, and then it cuts back to him. He turns around, he's bent over, putting his finger in his
Bloody hell.
This is such weird shit.
Dylan Napa, the big. Remember the psychopath
good
Roosters
player.
Big redheaded.
He doesn't play anymore?
No, he went to Bulldogs. Yeah,
Didn't he play
party
Origin?
video.
He
They
just
sacked
played
him after
Origin
that.
last year.
Well,
eh?
they're saying as soon as he got sold to Bulldogs, the videos come out, and they reckon it's like
Roosters,
They,
yeah.
the idiots have a WhatsApp with 40 guys, and people get traded clubs and send.
The
And
idiots, yeah.
they just put them on there like that, and they reckon there's
Well, they're
heaps more.
dumbasses, really. No, they're dumb. Like they got very small brains, big muscles, and when they drink alcohol or snort coke, of course they have no idea already. It's like a fucking monkey with a gun. You know what I mean? Really, it is like a monkey with a gun.
It's like Benji Marshall said one day. It's like they go out to nightclubs and people target them on purpose because they know they're going to react.
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit of fame.
No self-control, pretty
They
much.
shouldn't even
yeah.
be in a nightclub, really.
Yeah, but compare him to like soccer players. Whole different class. You can't even call them like the athletic, but the characteristics you need for rugby league are so different. You need to be big. You need to be a
But look at
nutcase.
you don't get that much with AFL players because they're just a bit smarter. That's
No, the one
It's a
I've
different
seen-
level of
The
professionalism.
most
Yeah.
professional athletes I've seen is pretty much like tennis players, unless your name's Nick Kyrgios or Bernard Tomic.
Yeah.
But everyone else is professional.
Well, do you know
Well,
what?
they are, but what we know, they're very protective too. Because I met a friend who he's an older guy and he used to be a bouncer in the cross, and he used to tell me he used to get, especially during the tennis season, he snorted coke with heaps of professional tennis players.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
yeah?
was
Oh, yeah.
Roger Federer called for better drug testing because Roger Federer called for better drug
I had a
testing
play
because
with
in tennis they
Vanakova once.
don't have constant drug testing. They test you once every whenever. They don't even do drug testing that much in tennis.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they just cover that. They want to keep it clean. But they still do shit, you know what I mean?
It'd be an awesome night doing lives.
Yeah, because
like
no, but
Tina
the
Hingga, so-
footy
They just do it smarter.
Yeah,
They're
but
smarter
the
about
thing
it,
is,
you know what I
footy
mean?
players have an ego.
Yeah, they want to show their
They
mates.
want to show the people.
It's about the mates.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I did.
The footy players have an ego. They've got that, that culture where it's about showing their friends and looking at the most psycho thing they did. Where the other people do the same shit. They're just not dumb to film it with their faces
It's like
and
they're 15.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You give a 15-year-old too much money.
I was always wondering what kind of mates you have that would record you, like Tiny situation, piss in your own mouth, and then he puts it on the internet to ruin your career.
Imagine if you brought out a phone like that in front of
I don't know what kind of friends you're hanging around.
any professional soccer player. You put out a phone, they'd go, "No, get out. You're done." The same shit. They just do it.
Oh, no, they wouldn't
it's
go anywhere
They do
without-
it. They do it in their own hotel room. There's no cameras. And,
No, of course. And everyone would hand in their phone.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
All the girls, all the working girls was definitely hanged in there.
you got to keep
And when they snort coke, they've got one little room at the back. They don't do it in front of everyone, even their mate. No one, even
Yeah.
if everyone's handed in their phone. It's like they've got their room and then they can't. Yeah. Like, it's all organised. You have someone organising it for you, and you have someone there that doesn't touch anything to say, okay, time to go, type thing,
yeah, just keeping a lookout sort of thing. Yeah.
And then if shit does happen, they have a wolf. Remember we talked about
Oh, the
last
wolf
time?
again from last
Yeah.
podcast.
But these
Yeah,
guys
famous
don't have
wolf.
a wolf.
No, they need a wolf.
mean-
How come it always comes back to the wolf?
I don't think they make enough money in rugby
always
league to
about
have
No,
a wolf.
just say who's going to take up the job? I mean, you'd have to be full time 24/7.
But NRL players,
You need like a
Nah.
pack of wolves. Like,
Yeah, you need a werewolf.
Plus NRL players make like $200,000 a year. They don't have enough money to pay for a wolf.
Yeah, but the NRL should have a wolf. The NRL should pay someone like me
If cricket players need
millions
a wolf,
of dollars just to, when shit happens, just to take care of it.
It's like what you mentioned on the podcast. Was it the first one when you talked about the wolf for the Australians, the national
the cricket team.
cricket?
Yeah.
Of course, that would have all been resolved
It was
before the press conference. You say, okay, that's it. Someone,
Good at what you
one
brought
person.
up. 'Cause I don't know who was the idiot that made all three of them take the bait. Like you lost all
know,
three of
it's
your best
stupid.
players. Should have just put
And it
it
would have
all
looked
on one.
it would have looked better if Smith
I mean,
took
it's
it.
stupid.
A
They
little
do
more
it.
of a leader, and then just give it. You know what I mean? It would have been more like a hero.
Just put it on
Because he
paper.
hadn't. Everyone. The only reason people didn't like him was he has no balls. But at least it would have made him give that captain leader
Yeah.
sort of thing.
No, he wasn't thinking. Like, what happened was they were just so it gets to your head. You feel like you're bulletproof. So you just go, oh, look, I'll just say, look, it was a mistake, and it's going to go by, but he didn't. He kind of like, wait, hang on. What did you say? Did you actually plan that? Yeah, but okay, next question. No. And he thought they were just going to go, oh, okay, it was planned, but didn't. Because he was confused. That's why you need a guy that you ring. You say, this has happened. What should we say? You go, say nothing. They don't even attend the press conference, Send, like I said, the physio and and someone with one arm. Remember we said that?
Yeah.
Just to add a bit of sympathy,
One
Yeah.
arm.
And then
The one-arm drummer from Def Leppard.
yeah. And you say, where's everyone else? I go, oh, they got stomach.
Why are you here? Why you watch cricket? The drummer from Def Leppard.
Yeah, you have the
You even
drama
like
from Def
cricket?
Leppard encore
I
on
don't
redial. We need you to sit into a press conference.
I don't even know why I'm here, but I got one arm. They're like, oh, what happened?
That's a great gig for him. That's a great gig for him.
Yeah, and then you got 24 hours to think about it, and you work it out, and then you just say, look, he was just the fast bowler. He's young. He's really passionate about the game. Made a mistake, but that's it. It's not part of the team culture. That's simple. That's it. That's your answer. And if they ask you again, you repeat the same thing.
But the issue itself wasn't even that big of an issue because there was a
They made it an issue,
There was
yeah.
a South African batsman. I can't remember his name. He was like I think the vice captain. He did it, and the ICC, which is a big federation, gave him a 3-game suspension. I think it was, and that's it. But they gave Steve Smith and Warner about a month suspension. Then the Australian board, on top of that, gave him a year.
Yeah.
Because the media gets heavily involved in this country, and they snowball it. It's like they make it sound like they've shot someone. It's incredible.
Yeah, they love it. They feed off it like
A year
like a pack
suspension
of
for just
wolves.
slightly sanding on a ball. I don't know. I like
Yeah, no,
cheating a bit.
Well, it's just what happened is that it just affected the whole sport by someone at that level doing it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like if the prime minister steals $20 off someone. It's not the $20. It says that, hang on, you're the prime minister. You're in the top level job. You can't steal money. Not that anyone can see you anyway, at least. You know,
Just
so
from
it's not
taxpayers.
about what they did. It's the fact that they were in a position of power and they made the ones underneath them do it, you know what I mean? And it's like part of the culture. And because cricket's supposed to be a gentleman's sport, it doesn't look good for the game, you know? But that's why they should have invested money on making sure you can't allow these guys after a game all sweaty, all pissed off about, you know, a bad decision to sit in front of international journalists and answer questions when something like that happens because they don't know what to say. They're not trained for that. You need the wolf.
They didn't even know the severity of it, how big it was back home.
No.
They just got to finish their football game. We got done. And they just said whatever they said. They didn't know. And someone should have said, listen, at least even prepared. This could blow up massively.
I never understood that for any sport because even in the Premier League, after the game, it's compulsory to do an interview for the coaches. And they just lost a big game. For example, like it's towards the end of the season, and they force you to talk and ask you ridiculous questions. How do you think the coach is going to respond when they ask you a question?
And they'll bait you.
And then you say something out of line and you get fined straight away. It's just it's like
but that's part of the job. Those guys are trained for that, you know what I mean? They might complain about the referee or something, but it's not going to be something that's going to compromise their ability to play the game or to lead the team. So they compromise themselves because they compromise the game itself. That cheating is all right. That's what they're saying. So the coaches in football, they're trained. They know they've got to attend a press conference. So shake it off. They might be pissed off, but they just go and they answer, you know what I mean? But these other guys, they're not trained for that. They're not. They're just trained to play, you know. They're not. And in cricket, unfortunately, the coach doesn't have much leeway. So it's always the captain. And the captain, captain's too young. And that captain was too young, you know. If it was Steve Waugh or Mark Taylor or someone, there's no way they would have said that because they have a lot of experience, you know. That's why the captain should be someone experienced, not the best player.
The time is expired.
The time's expired.
Time is expired.
What kind of jobs do you do, Dario? Just to let the customers out there know, future customers.
What do you do? Tell me a bit about...
What kind of work do you do?
Put it there.
Tell about the history of your company, how you started, a bit about yourself.
To me like you did. You had Dario envisioned the collapse of the cleaning business years ago, the industry, the collapse.
Industry.
He envisioned. And so he started another company before this one collapsed.
Correct.
Oh,
And so how did you do that?
You see that coming. That's it.
Yeah.
Easy.
How do you see it coming? Do you read, or do you have a process you go through, or just a feeling, or
It's a feeling that you have.
was like work slowing down, or was it?
Sort of, yeah. The work started to slow down and things start to change. And so I said, this is not going to go too far.
That's hard. That's hard. That's a big thing to do. Have a business and notice it cut and change
Yeah.
at a certain time.
But he
rather than
didn't cut. He kind of like he faded it in like a DJ. Like there was no, you couldn't even tell. You couldn't even tell the difference of the beat. You thought it was the same track. He kind of like cleaning business fading off, handyman business coming in, and suddenly he's Che Dario without no one realizing, and you just kind of keep nodding to the beat. That's a gift.
Are you sure he's not trying to evade tax? We probably stitched him up.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We talked about sport. We talked about what else? The wolf again.
The wolf.
Just
And
like
the-
this is a
and-
Margarita hour.
And the drummer from Def
And the
Leppard.
drama of the so nothing new. But well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for sticking around. We have more episodes coming up later on in the month, such as philosophy, art, literature, and maybe we may chuck in another episode of the Margarita Hour. Thank you, friends of Private Universe. This is Carlos Camacho. See you soon.